very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Blue check, switch, yellow, check, pink, set.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 13. Young working out of the gun. Open here, Adam Thielen. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
To avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Young. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. There's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Following the interception, Young escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Young to throw it. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Za'Darius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner, or you want those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
We're scoreless after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and a couple. Wilson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Young. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Za'Darius Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action. Young. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on second down. Wilson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
14.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Young. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Come on, set.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Now Young on fourth down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. In motion, the tight end. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he gets it down to the 32. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again, it's Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right, and here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, this is blocked. The Panthers get it, taking it right down Broadway. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready up.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On play action, Young. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Young on 3rd down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
3 yards remain for second down. A give to Williams, running right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got it.
They run it again with Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The play fake, now Young. Rolling to his left. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken. before they work it across midfield.
First down 10 at the 49-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing, Young. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's got room.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no. Yeah, we know the emotions are running high, the tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, zero.
Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
19.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, here's Williams.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Young.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down, and they took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Young to throw.
Oh, Young loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One last shot for Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while, and that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Denver, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. Touchdown.